So the two models that we took a look at yesterday, the Bird of Prey and the Ferengi Marauder, originally were released in a 3-pack that came with, again, another box scale kit, this being the Romulan Warbird, as it appears in Next Generation and the Contemporary series. Featured very prominently during the Dominion War arc of Deep Space Nine, a couple episodes of Voyager, and a bunch of episodes of TNG. I'm a big fan of this ship. It is a really, really funky ship, and I'm a huge fan of it, and I'm really excited to crack this thing open. I've actually had this model for probably about 4 or 5 years. I don't even remember when I bought it, but it's... I cracked it open way back when I got it, and never got around to building it, probably because I had a huge stash of other kits to build and then moved out here, and so, yeah, haven't had the opportunity to really do anything with it. But it looks pretty simple, comparable in difficulty level to the previous kits that we looked at yesterday, but much, much larger. This thing, I believe, is about 8 inches long. Oh, never mind. Assembled model measures nearly 13 inches in length. And it actually comes with a display stand, unlike the Ferengi and Klingon ships, which did not, which was a kind of a drag. But yeah, this is a big ship, and it is advertised as 3200th scale, which, as far as I can tell, is pretty accurate. So, enough beating around the bush. Let's take a look. Gonna be honest, I'm getting a little tired of saying we got the same style of box, so not even gonna. Box back, a few callouts, little info on the back about the ship and the Romulans themselves, blah blah blah. First up, we'll take a look at the marking sheet, which, again, like the Ferengi ship we looked at yesterday, has fully white lit windows, and quite a lot of them. So that, like the Ferengi ship, will give this a pretty remarkable sense of scale. In addition, there's very little else in the way of markings. You got a couple of Romulan logos and some techie stuff. I've always really liked the design of the TNG era Bird of Prey. That front head just looks really dramatic. It's really, really neat. But it looks very aggressive. It does look very bird-like. Aggressive yet elegant. And it looks like it'll fit together really well. Not much really to speak of. Just some molded surface detail. Everything otherwise is pretty smooth. Otherwise you've got your warp nacelles. I'm guessing these are the inboard and these are the... Nope, rather that's the other way around. These are the inboard and these are the outboard. I'm guessing this is part of the aft sort of tail section. You got two different options for clear parts. You got crystal clear and then smoky translucent. Not really sure why, but hey, I guess it'll give you the option if you want to light this thing. It'll create a kind of smoky diffused effect. And various hull panels. Not much else to speak of. It's a product of its era. It's molded with all raised panel lines. I believe this kit was originally released in about 1988 or 89. Parts fit looks like it'll be nice, but there will probably be some pretty nasty gaps along there, and there's some flash. But the inset molded kind of techie detail in here is pretty neat. You can't really identify anything. It's just kind of textured, and there's some kind of conduits and wire running along in there, so that'll be interesting to do a bit of dry brushing. But yeah, it looks like a fine kit. Again, product of its era. Bottom half of the hull, you got your socket for the stand, which seems to be missing. I don't know if maybe this kit just didn't include one, or if I lost it somewhere along the way, because I opened this thing originally years ago. Yeah, no idea what happened to it. Again, you got your raised panel lines. I'm not going to do anything about those, because why would I? At this point in the game, it wouldn't be worth my time to try to etch those or mask them and paint them or something. It would just be a waste of time. But yeah, you got the same kind of recessed, slightly tech-looking detail on the underside here, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say. And your instructions, about as complicated as the bird of prey and the Ferengi ship put together. Yeah, you got your clear parts fitting in the cells, you got your left and your right. Overall basic assembly and attachment to the stand, which, as I said, I do not have, though Polar Lights Round 2 does sell additional stands, and in fact they have them at the hobby shop very close to here, so that'll be easy to get my hands on. And then finally you got your painting and marking guide. Yeah, there's a lot of window markings on here, so that's going to be interesting to see. So yeah, it's definitely a product of its era, you know, the raised panel lines and everything, but you know, whatever. It's got some nice detail on it. At least it's not, you know, covered in raised panel Aztec detailing like the Enterprise D model of that era was. Ugh, I still have nightmares thinking about that thing. This is the one I'm probably the most excited about of the AMT reissues, and I've got quite a stack of them. I've got a couple other ones that I'm not going to be reviewing because I think we've looked at them years ago. That I dug out of the closet. There, I've got my Enterprise C, the Ambassador class Enterprise C that appeared in the episode Yesterday's Enterprise, as well as the reissued Reliant, which I reviewed close to 5 years ago now. Yeah, out of all the reissued old AMT kits, this is the one I'm definitely the most excited about because it's something very different. It's not too complicated, and I can probably knock it together in a weekend. You know, just do the basic assembly of like the upper and lower hull parts, the head, the cells, paint everything, do the final assembly, and then markings and everything. And I should be able to knock this thing together in just a few days. Not having a proper working space to do that, I could probably, you know, just out on the patio, you know, get that done pretty quick. But it's a nice looking kit of a great looking ship design, and it's going to look really nice sitting on a shelf. We've got one more kit review coming up tomorrow, and then something special that I just picked up a couple days ago that I wasn't expecting to find, and certainly not for the price that I did. So we're going to take a look at that kit tomorrow, and then the super secret special item in a couple of days. So thanks everyone out there for watching, and happy modeling.